Welcome back, future authors. You're watching Step 8, Creating a Writing Schedule, the Mastery Objective. By the end of this video, you'll be able to identify a workable writing schedule. You'll be able to identify strategies to eliminate writer's block, procrastination, and fear. And lastly, you'll be able to identify ways to back up your writing work. Okay, let's go. Future authors, in the last video, step 7, we discussed how to build your chapters. Let's take a look at this. As we live in a world filled with appointments and work and home responsibilities, who has time to write a book? First of all, you know your schedule and you know which things that you can honestly cut out or even cut back. When you do that, you'll be able to design a realistic schedule that will work just for you. However, you must take baby steps first. For example, start out with 15 minutes a day, then write every day. And when you get good at it, you can add 15 minutes to that. You can add 5 minutes to that 15 minutes on the next day. Just write. Don't worry about grammar or how to make everything flow easily. You'll have time to do that later. You'll have time to organize everything. And lastly, don't beat yourself up if you miss one day. Simply return to your writing the next day. And remember this old saying, Rome was not built overnight, and you will not write your book overnight. Writing your book, like I said in the introduction, it takes time. And if you follow what I'm saying in this video, you'll discipline yourself to write something down every single day. You can do this. Okay, so what happens when you're frustrated and you're totally lost for words? I mean, you've been writing and writing, but now you can think of nothing, nothing else to write. So welcome to the world of becoming an author, because what you are experiencing is what every prospective author experiences, and it's just called writer's block. Writer's block is just lacking an ability to think of what to write or to how to proceed with writing. How can you eliminate or reduce writer's block? Well, some of the ways that I say that you can reduce or eliminate writer's block is to disconnect your internet. That's right. Disconnect your internet. That way you won't be tempted to check any emails, and you won't be tempted to browse the internet or go into Google. And also you won't be distracted by those annoying pop-up ads. So if you want to reduce writer's block, try these steps. They actually help. Just before you start writing, you open your software application, Word or whatever software application that you're going to use to type your book. Once you do that, you need to disconnect your internet. And that way you won't be tempted to check Google, to browse Google rather. You won't be tempted by any advertisements, or you won't feel compelled to check any emails. Not only do you disconnect, or do you want to disconnect your internet when you're experiencing writer's block, but try to find different writing locations. For example, go outside, go to a restaurant, or check out a coffee shop. All of these alterations will help you relax and feel free in your writing ideas. Try any of these alternatives and you will reduce writer's block. This means your writing ideas will start to pop out again. Go ahead, try a new writing location. Okay, now you reached the day where you keep using excuses for not writing. This method is called procrastination. Procrastination occurs when a writer delays or postpones their writing. To reduce procrastination, ask yourself this number one question. How bad do you want to see your book published? I know you want your book published badly. Okay, push yourself to put something down on paper or type something on your computer. Type or write one word, 2 words, or a sentence. You may also make a little outline. Set writing goals and finish your goals that same day. If you still don't want to write, then exercise. And once you finish exercising, you can start it again. One last strategy is to pick up your dictionary and then pick out 3 words, 2 or 3 words, and write a sentence using those words. You will get through procrastination. All authors, all prospective authors experience procrastination. However, you have to know how to conquer procrastination and keep asking yourself, how bad do I want this book written? How bad do I want to see my name written on a book? I know I read a book several years ago, how the author was saying that some of the best books never get on the shelf because people stop writing. So you are the one to push your writing purpose. It has to be a reason that this purpose for you writing a book, you came up with this idea. So push your way through it and don't let any distractions stop you or the distraction of procrastination. Push your way through your goal. You want your book published and you can do it. Okay, I don't mean to sound redundant, but the term fear is a scary word. Fear happens when a writer is reluctant to write because of negative consequences. Some of the negative consequences are the fear of not getting published, the fear of not being able to write effectively. So, how can you eliminate this fear? Once again, do me a favor. Just start writing. Put something down. Type something and watch what happens. Okay, all that writing that you produce, can you imagine in one split second it's gone? Now, in this video, although I don't like to make assumptions, I'm going to bend the rules a little and I'm going to assume that you're typing your book because book publishers don't take handwritten manuscripts. That is, most book publishers require an electronic copy of your book manuscript. If you notice, there are several methods to backing up your work. You may put your work on a thumb drive, but be sure that when you do put your work on this little device, that you know exactly where you put it at because it's small and it's easy to lose. I would recommend that you upload your work to Google Drive. Now, in order to upload anything to Google Drive, you first have to create a Gmail account and then don't misplace your password. The last option to back up your work is to use a CD. This method is sort of antiquated, but people are still using them. The choice is up to you though, as long as you back up your work. Remember, technology is not perfect and you may lose everything you typed, so make sure you back up your work. Okay, future authors, in this video, you've learned to identify a workable writing schedule. You've identified strategies to eliminate writer's block, procrastination, and fear. You've also learned how to identify ways to back up your writing work. Now, let's get ready for step 9. But first, will you be self-publishing or are you planning to use traditional publishing?